Hi, and welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Jason.
And I'm Emily.
So today we're diving into something pretty universal, I think.
Definitely feels that way.
Life planning versus procrastination.
Yes, the classic battle.
Today we're getting into something I think we all know pretty well. That big ambition for life plans versus, well, the magnetic pull of procrastination.
Yeah, that comfy couch feeling.
Exactly. And we got this fun little source piece. It's a conversation called life planning, or just eating chips. Just two people kind of humorously talking about trying to get their act together.
It sounds very relatable already.
Right. So our mission here is to, look past the jokes a bit and pull out some real insights. Why is planning so hard sometimes? And maybe find a starting point that actually feels doable.
Because, let's be honest, you've probably been there. That gap between deciding you'll do something amazing and actually starting it. And what jumps out right away in their chat is that huge initial, burst of enthusiasm. I'll work out daily, read every night.
Learn a new language every week.
Yeah, super ambitious, and that energy feels great. But then, reality hits. The other person in the chat is kind of skeptical, right? Like, you said that last year.
And you still confuse C with Scylla. It's that playful jab that points to the pattern, doesn't it? We've all got those ghosts of failed plans past.
We really do. That cycle of big plans, then? Not so much.
And the guy in the conversation even admits it. He says, look, my only issue is, where do I start? And that is such a key feeling, being overwhelmed.
Totally. It's paralyzing. And what's the first instinct?
Plan the planning. He downloads an app.
Right. Which, feels like you're doing something productive.
Oh, I've totally done that. It's like progress, but it could just be another way to put off the actual work. We're busy preparing, not starting.
Exactly. And that's where the other voice comes in with something really quite insightful, I think. She says, basically, hold on, make some tea first.
Yeah, then sit and reflect. Why don't your plans last more than 3 days?
It shifts the focus, see? Away from just making the plan towards understanding why we procrastinate in the first place.
Like, what keeps tripping us up? What are those triggers?
Precisely. That self-awareness, knowing your own patterns, that's maybe more useful than, another color-coded schedule.
And they nail those triggers so well. It's hilarious. The new show I absolutely have to binge watch that just happens to appear on day 4.
Or needing coffee because, get this, you focus too hard. The justifications are brilliant.
They really are. It's funny because it's true, right? We're masters at finding reasons for those little detours. It's not lazy, it's strategic resting.
Strategic resting, I like that. But what's kind of revealing is that joke about real productivity starting when the Wi-Fi goes down.
Oh yeah, internet failure, the true spark of ambition.
It's played for laughs, obviously, but there's a kernel of truth there, isn't there? Removing those easy digital distractions, even accidentally.
It suddenly creates space. You actually have to, confront the thing you were avoiding. It shows how much our environment shapes what we do or don't do.
Definitely. But I think the real sort of quiet genius is where they land at the end.
Yeah, forget the weekly language lessons and daily workouts for a minute.
Their big commitment, their promise, well, it's tiny.
We promise to at least brush our teeth tonight.
Or maybe drink some water, too.
It's so small. That's kind of the point, I think. It pulls everything right back down to earth.
Exactly. It's about the smallest possible step. Something genuinely achievable. It's like, okay, build momentum with a tiny, tiny win instead of getting crushed by these massive, overwhelming goals.
Yeah, makes total sense.
So really, this whole chat, even though it's lighthearted, it taps into something universal, That struggle is real for everyone. It's often about those huge expectations we set.
And the million distractions that are always, right there.
But maybe the takeaway isn't about finding the perfect plan. Maybe it's about knowing ourselves a bit better, knowing our procrastination triggers.
And then just committing to the absolute smallest thing you know you can actually do consistently.
Right. Consistency over intensity, maybe. Starting small.
So here's something to think about for you listening. What is the absolute tiniest step you could take towards something you want to achieve? Right now, or maybe tonight.
Could be anything, like brushing your teeth, like they said, or drinking that glass of water, or putting your running shoes by the door. Super small.
Yeah. What happens if you just focus on nailing that one tiny commitment? Could that ridiculously small thing actually be the start you've been looking for, something to mull over?
Exactly. It's a conversation that keeps going, doesn't it? Both out loud and inside our own heads. Something to keep chewing on until our next deep dive.